Hey, what's up, guys? Boxing with B. So this weekend we have two fight cards. One is not so expected on DAZN, and then we have the other one on ESPN. So starting with DAZN, the reason why I say it's not so expected is because we were expecting to see Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Michael Mckinson from the UK. So both of them were undefeated. I was excited to see this fight, but unfortunately, due to health reasons, Vergil is out of the fight. So Alexis Rocha versus Blair Cobbs will now be the new main event for this fight. So fortunately, it was a salvageable card. Mckinson will still be fighting. He will be, I think, the co-main for this fight. But again, it will not be against Vergil Ortiz this time around. Hopefully, we'll see that fight in the future. But for now, be sure to tune into that one. Rocha versus Cobbs. Cobbs is undefeated, so we'll see if Alexis Rocha is able to take that O away from Cobbs or if Cobbs will remain undefeated after this weekend. On ESPN, we have Edgar Berlanga versus Steve Rolls. Now, Steve Rolls, that name always sounds familiar because if you look at his record, you'll see the name Gennady Golovkin. So he fought Golovkin in 2019. He actually got knocked out by Golovkin in the 4th round. But since then, he has had 2 other fights, and his last fight, he won by knockout. He is 37 years old, so this could be a learning experience for Berlanga. Berlanga, as we all know, he has power. He's that upcoming talent that just gives exciting shows. You expect to see a knockout finish. But in that last fight that he had against Marcelo Coceres de Argentina, Spanglish mixing in right there, but from Argentina, he actually came and gave Berlanga a great fight. I think that was, for some people maybe that wanted to see that big knockout finish from Berlanga, it might not have been what they wanted because it did go the distance. But I think it was a great experience for Berlanga. He's still young. So if you guys forgot, go back and watch the highlights. In that last fight against Coceres, he touched the canvas. Never count out the fighters from Argentina. Never count them out. But he did put a number on Coceres. Coceres' eye was pretty much shut, but he threw that perfect shot that landed. Berlanga had his hands down, touched the canvas, was able to get back up and finish the fight. So he won by decision. Touching the canvas this early in his career, I think is good for him. He's able to learn. He has that experience of what it's like to touch the canvas and to come back from it and able to fight through it. So that was a good experience to me. I think that he needed that. He needed that under his belt so that he knows going forward what he's capable of. So we'll see this fight on ESPN. Be sure to tune in. Edgar Berlanga versus Steve Rolls. That should be a good one. And then undercard for that too, you have Xander Zayas, who also has a lot of eyes on him. He's an upcoming prospect from Puerto Rico. So be sure to tune in and catch those fights on ESPN and on DAZN. So don't forget that.
Fight.
Breaking news.
This is the guy that's going to give him the biggest fight.
And then guess what?
Boxing
Fight.
facts.
Fight.